Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Control. It's been a little bit.
But something definitely happened here.
It has been a wee bit. Last time we left off, I hypothesized that we were walking into like some DLC or something. Because there's this area that's just like, that Darling totally hid from everyone that seems to link to Alan in some way. So I guess we're going to see what that's all about. Also, since last time, I've been talking about Control and Alan Wake and stuff a lot, but I totally forgot Quantum Break is a Remedy thing as well, and that's another one I have not played. I don't remember if I remember hearing as positive things about Quantum Break as I did Control, but yeah, that's another piece to the Remedy puzzle, I suppose. I don't know if it connects as much or anything, but yeah. That is another one of their games. I knew there was another one, I just couldn't remember the name. The group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to the appearances of altered items and objects of powers is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Interesting. There's like another entity out here that knows about the things, but is like some sort of shadowy cabal that is working in the shadows. Okay, we're doing the light switch. Alright, let's go to the ocean view.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
Hello, Alan.
Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
There's Night Springs.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
We're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Interesting. I remember the Zane name being mentioned, but I'm gonna need a refresher.
The writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
I think he's trapped here, quite frankly.
Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
Where? Because I remember some notes mentioning Zane. Case files. Yeah, that's just about all of this stuff. Research. Reports. I specifically want things about probably just like an Alan Wake section. There's probably one of those. Official, non-official, dead letters. I don't remember where it would be. But I know Zane was mentioned. And these are just like hotlines and stuff. Yeah, I know Zane was mentioned, but it seems like maybe Thomas Zane is trapped here as well with Alan, and they're both trying to get out by using Alan's power to, like, you know, write things. Write them out of the where they're trapped. I was thinking too, I was like, was this place in Alan Wake? But I don't think the Ocean View was. Maybe it was. I mostly just remember like a little bar. Oh, but this is a typewriter. We have been seeing Alan use a typewriter a lot. Maybe Alan is trapped in the Ocean View and like can't get out of there. Maybe that's what Cauldron Lake led to. Just wait it. That's just a reflection. Okay, I was about to say. Yeah, I think that's just a reflection right there. Okay. Let's figure out what we're doing here again. What do you want? Nothing's open off the bat, so I'm gonna have to ring-a-ding. What the? That's weird. Huh? That is different. No? Can we not? I saw the light outside change. That was a pretty aggressive lighting shift. TV, radio. I turned both of those off. Can't hit this again. Oh, now you're on. Everything's just turning on. Is that like cigarette machine going to start up back there? Not the phone or the coffee machine. Up. Oh no, that's just the keys. Alright, I guess I'm done. Weird.
Jeremy Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came, a resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Interesting. Hartman. I wish I just had like a you could just control F my files for like Hartman. Hartman's final act. Because I definitely remember Hartman.
Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work.
Oh yeah, that's
His
right.
last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Interesting. Yeah, it's easy to get some of these things confused because I played a game recently that dealt with like a lot of this same stuff. Like there's anomalies and there's weird stuff happening and everything isn't as it seems, and it also deals with like, you know, doctors that had special technology that was stolen by the government and stuff. A lot of the same stuff going on in here, so it's very easy to get the wires mixed because there was a doctor who had some technology in that. But yeah. So Alan's still writing about things. Okay, let's explore the investigations. Luckily I can fly. Whee! And we're good. That doesn't work. Oh no. No way it wants me to go over there, right? I really thought that was like an opening. Let's see. Can I make it that far? Maybe just barely? Uh-huh. Let's just keep going. It seems like we can make it that far. Like we start to fall, but it's fine. We can make it. What is... There's like blood over here. I just want to go make sure there's not a note. There's something. Somebody that was crushed to death by one of the doors. Jeez. Okay, what sort of nightmare stuff am I gonna have to deal with here? Jeez.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
To see stuff that they wanted, hidden. Of course. Stuff that they didn't want anyone else to see. Or to potentially be able to free Wake, somehow. Filming and processing. Anything creepy in the bathroom? Ooh, treasure! That's not creepy, that's good. Ammo refunds. Nothing. Not even a note. Yeah, that's not normal.
That doesn't look like a house shift.
That makes my eyes hurt.
Wanna know?
Is this an object of power doing this? Must be, right? Once again, another one of those that just like constantly duplicates something. Let's rest at this. Open you. Let me in, let me in. Bump. Shaded facet? Never seen something like that before. Yeah, just constantly reproducing pallet jacks. Okay, well this is clearly like some stuff going on. Level 7. That's doable. Whoop. Uh-huh. Sorted? I do just like having my handgun back. Wow, I'm surprised I killed both of them. Oh.
Of course, the Hiss are already in here.
Yep. You know they gotta be, Jesse. You know they're gonna be. It's a requirement. Hello. Nothing else really in here. Can't activate that, no. What's this say? Control parameters. Triangle parameters. Hmm. Hmm. This one get in here. Can I break that? I can break that. A breakable wall. Wow. Hidden location discovered? What? Have those been everywhere in the game and I've just never found them? Because I got an ability point for that too. I would be shocked if those were only in this DLC. That must be something that's just across the entire game and I've never found them. Wild. That would probably help me leveling up. Hello. Victim, offender names Emil Hartman, victim names Alan Wake, Tor Anderson, and Odin Anderson, Lane, Rudolph DeSoul, Wendy, Emerson Thomas, Dennis Special Agent Remy, Code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals, sanctions against altered organizations, obstruction of Bureau investigation, breaching the Ash Act, offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation, offender's personal effects have been sent to research. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility. And Wake possibly deceased. Yeah, when you jumped into the thing. Interesting, interesting. Hello, give me all of this. Confiscated motive. We're getting like motives and stuff, which I find interesting. It's different than a lot of the other ones. We've gotten like thoughts and things like that, but this feels more like stuff you would gather in an investigation. Foot gossip. Hello, my feet gossip at night and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely me. Thanks. That's really it, huh? There wasn't anything else on that note, so.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Hello. F? Oh. Was actually loot right there. Well, I'm not getting in that way. Alright, so over here we go. This is the only way we can. Continue.
This
Oh!
darkness is blocking the door.
Hell yeah!
So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Yeah, now I have to aim the light at it. Oh, it's just like Alan Wake!
Light burns at
Oh, that's
night.
fun.
Makes sense.
That's super fun. Okay, I like that quite a bit. Because, yeah, I didn't have a flashlight, so I was like, what do you mean aim something at it? But, yeah, I'm going to have to use it like that. Anything in here to see? Doesn't really look like it. Yeah, it's just like how you had to aim at the shadows in Alan Wake. Yeah, God, I hated the enemies in Alan Wake. They were so boring because they're basically just like possessed shadow people. Kind of reminded me of the enemies in Deadly Premonition, which I also hate. Because, yeah, Deadly Premonition I kind of have the same issue with as Alan Wake, in that, like, I hate the gameplay of it, but the story and everything is interesting. Oh, you're not looking great, friend. Hello? Okay, so we can go that way, but there's also this. Never mind, it does not want me to go in here. There we go. Is there any way to clear that stuff? Not right now, I don't think. Maybe we come back at a later point to that. Yeah, this looks like a big enough zone to be a whole ass DLC too, so I do think this, I was right, I'm remembering that correctly. I do think it was a DLC. Maybe I'll actually remember to check this time. Orange peel. We've heard that before. Baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. And you said orange peel really weird. You were like, orange peel. So this... Yeah, I can't go through there, actually. I was thinking we would walk through those fan blades somehow, but that's not possible. Taking you with me, just in case I need you. I'm imagining we're gonna run into some hiss that are protected by the shadow. And I'll need to do something about that. That's my guess. Nah, nothing here.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
Interesting, yeah, you've went through multiple metamorphoses now. You used to be Hartman, then you were the thing that wasn't Hartman that came out of the lake, and now you're the third thing?
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Interesting. Baby, baby, yeah, orange peel. And the fact that you're just constantly being made and remade and combined in all sorts of ways. It's like a not really a Ship of Theseus thing, but kind of a Ship of Theseus thing. And it's like, how much of Hartman is even left in there? And my hypothesis is not much. You have just wholly metamorphosed into something else now. What was Hartman no longer exists. Okay, I need a light. And they might have some down here. What is this? NASA Cooperation Review? Following the NASA FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. Thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations have shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch at the Something far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of Blackrock. From its medium Earth orbit, the Something, or probably space station, will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. Or actually, it's probably satellite. It is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. And here's another one. Black market. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine, altered, and paranatural materials, was raided in the Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural items from sources unknown to the Bureau. Bureau's concern here is threefold. There's a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. The motivation of these collectors are largely unknown. So this is talking more about that, like, shadowy group that we don't totally know about, that's definitely doing some stuff in the background here. Hello. Okay, there's some stuff going on. I saw another note, I swear, around here. Am I crazy? Thought I saw another note. There it is. So many notes. Interrogation complaint. Kirkland. Okay, back to Kirkland. So you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was fucking hired to do? My job? Wanna know what I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate the scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest fucking thing I've heard in my life, and I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. They just get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. You think pulling me off this case will stop me, then think again. Piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people. All to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights. You need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. They won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension. See if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Interesting. So you're saying, like, don't use, use, like, different language so we're not, you know, explaining them a lot of our language. Interesting.
Day 6 inside the motel.
What?
Surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint power on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go.
Are we good? I think we're done. I think that was it. Whoa.
That was faint, but I definitely heard it coming from all the way. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God I'm... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Now is it done? Now is it done? I think it's done now. Multimedia, motel observation. So yeah, I thought you were talking about the motel.
Day 6 inside the motel.
Yeah.
Live surveillance.
I mean, you did just straight up say it, but yeah, I was like, you're talking about the ocean view, right? Oh wait, no, that said Broadside, not Ocean View. Wasn't that Ocean View Motel? The one that we keep going into? Pretty sure that's the Ocean View, but maybe I'm misremembering. Once again, could be getting it mixed up with some of the other stuff. They have like the weird little map like the other place has too, which is interesting. I need to turn the damn lights on down here, so I should go up here first. Take care of the damn light issue. Come on. Is that where it? No. Where'd the damn thing go? There was a spot. Pretty sure I saw it somewhere. That needed a battery. No? Wasn't up here? This doesn't work. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there then. Eh. There's lights here, but unfortunately I can't grab any of that stuff. I really thought where this was going was, I go turn on the power or something and, ooh, hello.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives
Oh,
do not
God.
accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
That's awful. If you spend a bunch of time on other planes, it doesn't count towards your shift, and you don't get overtime for doing an astral dive? People die in those damn things. Oh my god. Okay. There's where the battery needed to be. Uh-huh. I knew there was one somewhere. There. Thank you. My lights are on. Oh god. Oh god. Black box happening again. Don't know what causes that. It must be some specific texture that the game is using and it's just not working. Well, I can't turn that on right now. What are you? The Shadow. Paranatural entity, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive something consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestation of sentient something capable of occupying organic and inorganic material as well as exerting control, power over its surroundings. Shaded individuals, human bodies controlled by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain some of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Yeah, I think I remember the Shadows in Alan Wake would, like, talk like they used to, basically. Just, like, say random things. Shaded objects. Similar to Type B, except that inanimate objects are something solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWE 35, which may imply a shared link to intelligence. Threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive-defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered. Be prepared for the eventuality of a something. So yeah, the Shadow is just straight up the thing from Alan Wake. And that's billable hours? What is this now?
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with
Interesting.
the question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Sounds like Hartman kind of saw himself as the main character of the scenario and ended up getting complacent, and then the darkness ended up taking him over. Which is interesting, but also referencing the fact that, yeah, the other artists with Alan, like Zane and the, what did they say, Anderson brothers and then someone else? Zane is a movie producer, so movies he makes become real. Alan's a writer. Two of them must be painters? Or well, one of them must be painters. The brothers or that other character. And then one probably like a musician. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of like Claire Obscura in that way, because Claire Obscura had some similar stuff going on. Eagle Limited. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as Something. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This train car was secured and transported to the investigation sector. Interesting. Hartman's notes, the darkness. Yeah, we know about that now. Okay, well that's all neat stuff. We definitely need you, because we only have one battery, unfortunately. But yeah, we're prepping for having to deal with all of these enemies and stuff. In some not fun scenarios where we're not gonna have light and we're gonna have to, you know, pick up light in the environment and stuff because Jesse just doesn't have a flashlight like Alan did. Oh, hi. Who the? Oh! That was close. Did I hit you? Oh, I see why that wasn't hitting you. Okay, they are the flying variant. So I'm gonna have to do this to them. Because they're going to be very obnoxious otherwise. Yep, you're mine. Whoop. Shield kills reload efficiency. Nice. Are we good? Okay, we're good. Well, those were new. I don't recall seeing that particular type of enemy before, but maybe I have and I'm just not remembering them. Because it was like a flying trooper. I'm used to the flyers being the ones that have telekinesis and the ones in the chairs who also just have telekinesis. But the lights are on. So what is this focusing on? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, this is how I would have found all of this stuff if I hadn't found it just bumbling around in the dark. Okay. Ooh. Treasure. Gimme. Seized protection. What is that? I guess I should grab these. This is, for, yep, Ati. Give the lights to flowers. Or light the flowers.
The vents, they are full of mold shit. It's not good for you. Headache, nausea, mold, depression.
I need your subtitles, Ati, please.
New day, same old bloody shit, said the old way. Like tar, but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll clean up. Active investigations. Okay, I did get another point. I don't know if there's really anything here I want to do with that, but we do have new weapon forms. Surge? Fires adhesive munitions that detonate when manually triggered, or if there's... Oh my god, it's like the mine layer. Fire adhesive munitions that detonate when manually triggered, or if their timer expires. So you have to shoot them and then trigger them. I mean, it's a new gun, so I'll make it, but I'm going to be honest, it doesn't excite me. Alright? I'm not jumping up and down for it. Launch enemies. Yeah, we just have to build up to a few more basic things. These are very cheap, but like 5% seize duration is like nothing. That's nothing. Why even bother? Infinite player mod. I'm abandoning that. What can we get instead? Prime. Ugh. In containment, executive, his snipers. Nah. This is the investigation sector, and I don't have anything for this place, but alright. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.